Hey folks, welcome to this week episode of Tech Investor, where we are going to talk about, as usual, the technical analysis of what happened last week, the markets update, and what are some of the positions that we played, and also we'll also be talking about how the market is positioned for next week, and apart from that, we will also talk about the technical analysis of the Magnificent Seven stocks mostly, because they are the ones who are ruling the market currently. And we will then go from there into crypto world, how the crypto is looking and what will we do. And then we'll look at specific positions that are well positioned for the upcoming week. Okay. That's being the agenda. Before we get started, I just want to bring up the disclaimer. All the information presented in this video is for educational purposes only. You can use this information for your trading decisions, but you're solely responsible for your decisions. Okay. Having taken care of the disclaimer, let's move on. Before, first thing which I wanted to get started was, I wanted to talk a little bit about how we day traded NVIDIA last week for good profits. And this was an extension of what we learned the previous week, how to day trade in the first hour and in the last hour. Okay. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit. From there we'll go. So if you see my chart, right, I usually carry this chart. The weekly chart stays at the top. Then that gives me a long-term trend. And then you see the daily chart on my left, which will give me my basically which is short-term trends. And of course, the 10-minute chart will tell me the intraday trends, basically how is it positioning. Okay. Today, let's look at purely NVIDIA has been blowing over the roof. Like a lot of people have been telling it's overbought. If you see here on the weekly chart, it has crossed the 162.5 retracement. If you look at here, the Fibonacci drawn, and you saw and I've drawn the channel also. But if you see here, it has gone over the 162.5, which is the golden ratio, and it has been going up. So we didn't get any sort of retracement. That is why we saw the retracement that we saw on Friday. It was like way over the top. If you look at here, the conversion and the EMA cloud is here, and it just blew. And it's now where is it heading? I believe it can head up, least right now. I'll tell you why I came up with 820 the other day, but ultimately it can settle down at 730 area before it goes any further, or it could even go to this line, which is 640, those kind of things. But I truly believe it can go to 730 before it goes to 1000. So definitely it's a $1,000 stock, but not in a straight line. Okay. So these kind of moves, if you are aware of it, you can make immense profit on both sides of the market. Having said that, let's see how we position. So let's take a simple example here, right? I am seeing this on, let's say, you see the bottom of the Bollinger Band, which is at low at 914, and the top of the Bollinger Band, which is at like 950, 850, right? Now, what happened here was, on the day, you see here, it fell to 62.5 and it went up to here, right? It was like blowing steam out of the things, like it was went up to 973. And then if you see here, if I had drawn this line, the trend line here, it broke through this line, folks, straight through this line. You see this? It broke through this line and it never stopped. And if you see where you would have day traded it, I entered a little bit late because I didn't see it. But people who entered here, I mean, the EMA cloud. The EMA cloud is somewhere here. It went down here, which was at 935. So at the 935 area, it kept going down and down and down and down. So that is where we saw, folks. So it went up to 865. So if we had bought it here, remember we said that the EMA cloud and the conversion are like a big change. When it goes below this 8 and 21, we are seeing a big move. Now, where is it heading? Let's see this. If I draw a Fibonacci on the other side, you see this is what the big line. You see the big candles, it went out. And then it went up to 75% retracement, and then it is going up. So is that correct what I see? Yeah. So look at this. It went down from all the way there, right? So it went here, and then you see here. So now what is happening is this line, it can go all the way to this guide for. So 9, first stop will be 837, something 820, and then it could go to this. How did I come? This is 10 minutes, right? 1 second. How did I come up with 820? Something I'm missing here. Okay, let's do this. Oh, okay. Okay. If you see, if I drawn the line here, 875, then it is going to 820, folks. So we might see a little bit of retracement from here. But ultimately, if you see the daily charts, if you look at here, this gives me the 10-minute, right? Then if you go to this one, you see here the conversion line. It already touched the conversion line, but it not touched the EMA cloud. So the EMA cloud is around 850. And then if you go to the next line at the conversion, the baseline, which is at 795. So, but it has stayed above the conversion so far. But in the pre-market yesterday, it has gone to 851. So it is in sync with here. It has gone up to the lower range of the conversion line. Will it go further is the question. But on the weekly, I am seeing that since it is overextended, it can go up to here. So it is all about that, folks. How do we position here on this weekly on the trend? It is still below the conversion line, which is at 855. So if it breaks through and this EMA cloud at 861, we know that the trend is again changing. So you see how I am looking at it. I look at the 10-minute chart to give me the immediate trend. Then I'm looking at the daily chart. Where could it possibly go? And I'm also looking at the weekly chart for a long-term view. How do you go? But if you're playing just the weekly charts, you want to look at the intraday 10-day chart, 10-minute, and then we look at the daily. So these two will give you an idea where it could head on to. So as long as it stays below this and it goes further, then we can go further. So any questions so far? This is how we look at it. And so we played from here and it is still positive outputs. And now I expect this to go to 820. And 820 is the first line of defense. If it bounces from here, then then the first line is like here, 855, 860, 861. If it crosses this, then we are again in a good trend. That's what it will look like. Any questions, folks?
So in the near term, what are you thinking? It will likely to go down, or I mean, we have
I
to.
don't think anything. As a trader, I look at trade at what I see. For right now, it is looking very downtrend for me on the 10-minute chart on the short term.
Okay.
So I am just riding this wave. As long as it keeps below this EMA cloud and this one, I will keep riding it. And for me, the first stop is 820, I believe. But if it crosses this, then I'm willing to even take a little bit of loss, whatever it is, and then see the trend up. That's what it is. So, but we are keeping watching on this because the whole day on the Friday, it tried to bounce over this line, but it never bounced. You see this? It tried here at 893, it couldn't. It tried here, it didn't. Then it came here, it tried again, it couldn't bounce. So it kept on going low and low. And on after the market close, it went down further. If you see before the market close, it was 875, but after the market close, it shows 851. So maybe I'm seeing some more move down, and the top low of the Bollinger Band is at 844, and 844 is in the middle of here somewhere. So the next stop could be 820, and even if it goes further lower, then we are looking at 795. So if you have your chart set up, then you can look at these things and then you can make a decision. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. So that is that is how we played the day trade, folks. So people who caught here, they made 10x because they caught it early and then they went in. I caught it around 900, but the people were caught it at 935. This candle, they went out and do this. So always there is an opportunity, folks, in the markets. So we just have to be alert to it. Okay, that's what it is. Mhm. Okay. All right. So we did that. Now let's talk a little bit about before we go any further. First, let's talk about SPY. Where is SPY heading to? SPY again, right? I drew this line here, the 10-minute chart. It bounced and it came up here. But SPY looks very, very strong for me, actually. It doesn't have a lot of room to go. It can bounce from 51066. So that's what I'm thinking. So let me show. There's another concept that you want to see is the concept of channel, folks. The concept of channel is like it went below this, but what I'm seeing here, if you see here, it went down to 87.5, but it never reached 162.5 yet. So now what I'm thinking is it needs to go to this line very, very fast. So look at these two lines are converging and meeting at this place, which is 538, 540 area. I think once it hits that line on the weekly, we are going to see a big downtrend in the market. So I'm thinking, so another 2 weeks, we might have an uptrend, and then we might, because it hasn't hit the line. So ultimately, it has to hit some line before it goes really down. So at 51066, which is 162.5 on the 10-minute chart, it should bounce from there, and then we get to this line, which is 540. So folks, be ready for it. Don't expect the market to go all the time up. I feel SPY can get down from here. 540 is a major, major Gann angle resistance too. So we might see a big downtrends coming up. It doesn't mean that we don't have opportunity, but definitely you want to be aligned with that SPY. So you don't want to be. So there will be a huge sector rotation, like moving into XLE. Energy has been beaten down so much. So we might move into those things, those kind of things. But the next 2 weeks, it will be really bullish, and we might see some bullish moves here. That's what I'm saying. Then we go into QQQ. QQQ is very, very same thing. Let me remove this line so that we can. I'm looking purely from the weekly charts because it gives us a good perspective where we want to head in. So basically, you see here, QQQ is beautifully, it retraced from this line, folks. You see the bottom, which I'm drawing from the swing lows, it is bounced from this line beautifully. And if you see here, the other channel that we can see, what is the high it formed? High is 446.58, 448.64 on today. So, but let's not take that because yeah, we can take that. That's not a problem. It went all the way low. So this is what it is, folks. So we are in this breadth channel. So it will keep going here. The next 2 weeks, it will be aligned. We might see a 450 going in here. So it is not yet in the downtrend. Once it goes below this line, we should be worried. But for right now, it is not. So we might see 4, 5, 6. So 466 could be an ideal target, or even 450. I'm not sure where it is heading, because according to Gann, it is already, yeah, 466 seems to be an idea. Let's draw the Fibonacci. So yeah, so Fibonacci, we are looking at 460. So there'll be a major, major violent move up. Maybe I'm feeling in another 4 weeks, QQQ might also be hitting to 464 area, and from there we might see a retracement. So QQQ has a little bit more legs. So unless it crosses through this, so I'm waiting for those another 4 weeks we can have this move. So that's what is QQQ. IWM is another classic. I just closed above and it broke out, folks. So I am thinking IWM is going to have a big, big move. Basically, we wanted to keep a watch on IWM because it has been lagging compared to QQQ. So you see, this is the channel, folks. So you see the channel. So it can go very, very fast to 236, this area. So how fast it can move is the question. So that's what, in another 2 weeks with the SPY going up and retracing, maybe IWM and QQQ can also be going very fast. So just definitely keep a watch on these indices where they are positioned. Definitely you want to be in these indices because this one is broke out last week, and this could take out the big time, right? That's what I'm saying. So that's about the indices. Now let's talk about the Max 7. We already talked about NVIDIA. NVIDIA is the most overbought stock, I feel. So, but definitely we should see from 735 area, we should see a move to 735, hitting the conversion, and then it could go to the $8,000 move. So next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we might see big, big moves. Keep a watch on implied volatility, see how much is the move, and keep yourself positioned. we might see we are ending. I think we are reaching the fag end of the market uptrend, and we should see. That's what I feel. Nvidia is done. Then let's look at Meta. Meta, if you see here, Meta is like unbelievable. It's here, 504. It kept this area. It is in this channel, folks. So basically, let me see, where did I draw the? So let me. I couldn't get any of this thing, but it is kind of like uh, too much away from this channel even too. So, but it might have a big move to 550 max here. It will stay in this channel and get to 550, which is a psychological number. Basically, if you look at Meta, right, if this wave may not give you a good information, but if you take a little bit a longer length, right, if you see here, uh, if I draw here a Fibonacci, you see here, this is at the 544. This is the area it is trying to go, folks. So next week or the week after, we might see big moves. So this is right now, it is below this line. So it is trying to get to this line, 544, 550 area. So I think it will go to close to 550 and then from there. But we'll keep a watch on this. Meta, I'm not sure still, because I think it also has overblown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, it has been above the conversion. Usually, right, when you are away from the EMI clouds or the conversion line, usually that's a divergence. When you are diverging so much away, there'll always be a pullback to the norm. That's what is happening. So when they'll pull back here fast and then they'll retrace it. So watch for it. But Meta definitely has some uptrend, but the move may not be straight, but it might go some down. Okay. If you look at here, Meta, right, on the 10-minute chart, for all the stocks last week went downtrend, right? In the 10-minute chart, you see it has gone to 62.5, and there's a possibility I feel it can go to 484. So 484 is a possible. So that is the move that we can see. Look at this. This line is at 488. So this is the line which is trying to touch. So I think we can go to 488 before it moves for up. So that's what I'm seeing for Meta. So we gracefully exited it when it was at 520, and we were suggesting that it could go down. Hopefully everybody got out of it at that point of time. Then AMD. AMD, I wanted to talk a little bit about it, why I felt it was going down from that area, because it was overblown. Basically, let me show you the chart. Look at here, it fell for 4 weeks. It won, if you see, this is the high, which is like 184.92, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It went up. See, look, this is the channel, right? So let me see. Let me take off this. And let's see the top of the Bollinger Band and this one. I'm just trying to see where it. See, it hit the top of this one, folks. 227 exact. It hit this one. You see that? Then it was a classic. This is the channel it is maintaining. It doesn't mean anything downtrend or anything, but it went too fast, I felt. So we need a pullback to this level, folks, 180 or something like that. So from here, 137.5, we should get it to 100, which is 180. So we should see a pullback to 180 area for the AMD, because it already hit the top of it. And then we should see this. Okay, that's what is happening. So simple, folks, if you even draw the channel like this, you should be able to get all these things. And how much resistance is there? Let's say you draw from here. This is the top, so we should at least get it here. So this is where we are seeing 187, 188. This is the area that we want to get it to. So if we can get it here, then we can ride it back to here. That's what it is. So AMD, then what else? What else is in the top 7? Oh, Google. Google, I wanted to show you something here. Look at this channel, folks. This works like a charm. What I did in this channel is I drove between the swing lows, and it drove from here. It went to 75. It hit the top of this channel, and that's why it started going down. Now it has reached the bottom and is trying to break through this channel. So if it can break through this channel, the next stop will be 163, 165, this area. So that it has a lot of time, but what it is trying to do is it's trying to get from here to here. If it breaks through this channel, the next resistance would be around 153 for this folks. So Google is like looking like that, but you want it to go above the conversion so that you can be above the cloud and the conversion so that you can write this one out. So Google, Apple is pretty bad. Apple is really in downtrend. It's a great time to play the puts. I was trying to look at this, folks. Apple, let's play a little bit longer. Take this lines off. I'm drawing in front of you. What I'm drinking is, so Apple, if you take the latest, right, and the greatest, what should you see here? So let's take a long look. It is going here. But look at this, folks. It is in the cloud. So the next stop is 161. It broke through the cloud. And now what is happening is it might get to the top of the cloud before it gets to the bottom of the cloud. But either way, I feel this is like going down. If you draw this line for the previous low here, here, you see this? It broke through. It would have been a big shot. So this week you might see going here, or I don't know, but definitely if the market is in an uptrend, it will try to get to this line or it might go down. But definitely it is in a downtrend, folks. Don't play it like a in trend stock. But definitely the good possibility is it could go to this line, which is 187. So, but it might be not a great because it's below the EMA cloud and everything. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Then the next one is Netflix. Netflix, I'm trying to remove these lines. See, I'm trying to show you how to draw these lines. Very simple, folks. Bottom of the EMA cloud, and this one is to the top of the Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band, sorry. That's what it is. So if I draw this, it is not looking good. So what I'm trying to do is, because I want at least an 87.5. Did it touch it? 549? No, it didn't. So let me see how I can draw this. Okay, let's take a little bit top thing. Let's take this one. What happens? Okay, look at this, folks. Netflix, it went for 3 weeks and it has been going up. It touched this 162.5%, right? So it went from 87.5 to this one. Now, if I draw a clean line from the top of the previous high to this line, so the next stop for Netflix, we are seeing a big move down. Unless we have to see a big move down. The first stop is, of course, the conversion, which is at 556, and then the EMA cloud, and then we might see it now going further down. So basically, it looks like we might see a downtrend in the Netflix. So that's what I'm seeing, but I may be wrong. Let's see what happens tomorrow. So let me see this. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to draw the channel here. Oh, the channel still has a little bit room. So we don't know. We can see a 655. Oh, this has a little more room here. But will it go there is the question. And the second thing is, I'm trying to draw the bottom channel. Okay. So beauty guys, I think Netflix is going up. You see this? Do you see this, folks? Are you able to see this clearly? Are you seeing the channel here?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let me draw this clearly so that I don't miss anything. So that it hit the bottom already at 594 for the last week. Now it is trying to go to 650, folks. So that is how it works. Every time it bounces from the bottom of the channel, it will try to go to the top of the channel. So play 2 weeks 2 weeks out and see how it goes. So 650 could be a possibility. This could be a very good candidate for this week, which is $650 move. So let's look at implied volatility. tomorrow morning and then see how it works for us, right? Does it have a 1 week move or a 2 week move? Those kind of things, and then we'll position accordingly. So
So
this
this
is the,
top line, Srini, top line, the green line, you have drawn. How
I
did you
draw
do?
between the swing. See, all I did was I found the low or the Bollinger Band, and then
Right.
I hit the this one. Wait, I did. Sometimes you have to draw this clearly. So, oh no, it didn't touch for my bad. See, there you have to be very careful here. So it is going down. Sorry, my bad. Wait, that's what I try to draw. 1 second. Let me make it. Okay, is this clear now? The chart, please.
Yes, yes.
Anybody? Oh, this is the low. Okay. Now, I think I should expand it. So now let's see. I took the Fibonacci. I took the bottom and I took the low that it formed with that Fibonacci. Okay, that's all I did.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically, this is the line that we are looking at, which is 588. So it has a little bit of room down. Now, similarly, what I did, what was the next swing high after from this low? So I took this line, this one, basically, and I connected with the swing high of the Fibonacci. Got it?
Yes.
So tomorrow we might see 601, folks. It might come to 601. And from here, we are seeing 650. That's what it looks like. Okay. So if you are not sure about these lines, right, the other way to look at it is, what is the long-term trend of this, right? You can see, let's say, I took this, right? Basically, you can use this kind of a thing. Okay, let's see, where is it going? Like, take a little bit longer line and see where it is. So it went to 62.5. So the next stop is 663. You see that? 162.5. So hey, there is a little bit more room. And this one is telling me it's within this room. Is this clear? I try to overlap two Fibonacci's, basically. Am I making sense?
Yes, yes.
So I overlap two Fibonacci's and see this. This channel will tell me when it will reach this one also, which is 666, which is 2 candles from now. So if you're playing for March 22nd, then you're like playing with this line, right? 666. That's what it is. Okay? That's what.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
But the key thing is it needs to stay above this line, right? If it breaks through this line, then the next stop we are looking at a very bad ones, right? That's what it is. So, but the key is it hasn't touched this line yet. So I am thinking it should go here tomorrow. First thing, as I said, SPY has a little bit lower room, so it will touch here. So there will be a big reversal tomorrow. I feel people till, and then we'll see all these reversals. Okay, that's what it is. So we covered Meta. So let me also make
So
sure.
how do we, Srini, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this 2 weeks thing that you said, right? How did we come up with the 2 weeks from the Bollinger Band right now with Fibonacci? How did you? Can you explain me that?
No, yeah,
weeks?
sure. Basically, you see this. I draw this Fibonacci in the longer range, right? And
Right.
that 162.5 is at 663. If you see here, and I saw this channel where it is touching 663. That is.
Oh, you are looking at the bottom, the
Yeah,
dates.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, thanks.
Okay, sounds good. So let's look at Meta one more time the same way because let's draw the bigger chart. So if you see the Meta, the same thing. You see Meta is like it has a lot of it has already touched 501, right? If you see here, so we are looking at this big move with the longer length, which is 550, 547. So next week we can see a bigger move in Meta. So if you play 2 weeks, March 27th, you'll be much more safer. You will capture a big move. Okay, that's what it looks like. So Meta, Netflix, everything is I think is poised to go up as long as it holds the lower line, and then we should see a bigger move. Okay, so again, folks, one thing I'm telling is like preserve. I've seen some folks using the capital to play options that are way beyond their capabilities in their account. So don't do that. It's your hard-earned money. All these are probability theories, right? I'm not saying how much ever we predict. It's still a probabilistic theory, right? So you want to trade with what you can afford to lose, right? And as I mentioned, use the tier management, enter a little bit, enter one option. And folks, there's nothing wrong. You can trade with one option. One option is good enough to see where it is going, what it is doing. And if you see if it is going in your way, then add more. That's how you will whatever I say, it is your capital, and it's always better to be a doubting Thomas than being fully optimistic. You know what I'm saying? What if something goes down? How am I going to protect my capital? That is the question you should always have in the back of your mind. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up. How much ever we say this, uh, there is always some uncertainties in the market. I'm just telling that from the experience. You should not put all your eggs in the same basket or think, oh, let me make it big, those kind of things. That's not a right attitude, because once your account grows, those bad habits will creep up, and then you will not be able to do that. You're able to replicate the success that you had it when you have in a small account. So always maintain your capital management, whatever you're maintaining, 2% or 1%, whatever you're trading, do the same thing, irrespective of your account size, so that you can replicate what you could do when you had a small account, when your account is growing big. Okay, make sense? All right, so let's go there. Amazon yesterday, what happened? This was the see, Amazon also beauty. It is at the bottom of the channel, and it is like there is a resistance here. It crossed this, but it came to this bottom, which is 173.26. So if it stays above 175 tomorrow, we are seeing an up move. So where is it going? Let's see. What is the top? 175 high, then this is 175.39, right? So I am drawing this. So where is it going? So this is an 87.5% retracement. So we are looking at the next week. Again, this has a lot of moves. I'm looking at even 196. That is where the ultimate goal is for the before a big retrace. But it will make layered approach. So the first stop maybe tomorrow, will it go and touch this line, and then it comes back here and then goes here. So 187 area is a possibility, folks, for Amazon. So let's see what happens tomorrow. 187. Last week, what we did was we rolled our calls from last week calls to the next week for a credit of $1.25. I'm glad that we did that to buy some time, and we didn't get caught up in this move. So we have still time, but our calls really went down. But hopefully this week it catches up, or we might also think of rolling again. Let's see. But my goal for this is 186, 187, that kind of a thing. So let's see how it moves this week. Okay. So I covered Meta, Netflix, Amazon, Nvidia. Then what else, folks? What are the other? Apple, Google. We are missing one. What is the one thing that is missing? Any idea, folks? What is the one thing that we are missing?
Did you talk about Meta already?
Yeah,
You
Meta.
already you already. Okay, I missed it. It's in the beginning. I see. Okay.
Sorry?
Did I miss it? I'm saying.
Tesla.
Oh, Tesla. Yeah, correct. Somehow we are missing.
So did you already complete discussed about the Meta?
Yeah, Meta just now I told you, right? We just told it can go to 550
and Microsoft.
550. It is looking like going. So play 2 weeks over from this, so we can hit this 548 area, or even 550 for the 2 weeks from now. That's what it is. That's what.
But only thing is, Srini, we have seen that Nvidia is leading the market, right? So if Nvidia goes down, S&P cannot go up. If S&P cannot go up, then Meta and everything else.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. But either
okay.
it breaks. No, Nvidia, what is going to happen is, I'm telling you, right, from 820, it can bounce, right?
Okay.
But
okay.
it may be not, it may not like make big moves, right? But there's a possibility, folks. From here, it can go to 1,000. I'm just telling you. But how fast it falls is the question, right? 730. Sometimes they'll move them. The moves may be so big they'll just touch this and then they'll make a move here to 1,000. Definitely NVIDIA is a $1,000 stock. There's no questions asked about it. But where it is going, what it is doing, see, now that's the conversion here. So maybe it bounces from here and it bounces out of 861. Then yeah, all the chips are out. It still wants to go up. That's what we discussed, right, Chandra? If I'm correct, is that Chandra who asked?
Yes,
Yeah. So, but
this is
we
Anil.
don't
Yeah.
see this crossing this 861, and then we know. But from what I see here, the cloud is negative, but the daily is bullish. So we might see a big move down. See what is happening with NVIDIA is, it is like way over it is way overbought for right now. You look at this. Look at this 89 folks RSI. If you take on a weekly, I'm talking about, which is way too high, right? So basically, if you take Meta, how much is it? Let's see. Meta is also at 86. All are overbought right now. So yeah, you're right, Chandra, but we need to keep a watch on this. If it crosses the 861, as I mentioned, NVIDIA, then it might shoot up. But how far it is going down is the question. That's what it is. But the move will be very, very big. Like it might move down and go fast. As I mentioned, I see only 2 more weeks of uptrend, I believe, for SPY. 538 area before it goes. But after that, I don't know. I think the market is going to turn down because it has been up for a long time. If it breaks that level, whoa, then it's big. Then we are looking at 570 area. But that's what we are looking at. So NVIDIA definitely on the weekly, if it comes here 730, if not, they are already happy with this move to 865, then so be it. That's what it is, 850. I think they'll pull it to the round figure, which is 850, which is the EMA cloud, and then they might bounce it or they will pull it to 800. I'm not sure I don't want to predict anything here. Just trade what you see. If it goes above my 10-minute chart, then I am changing my direction. Okay, that's what it is.
Okay.
Agreed.
Keep a watch on the EMA clouds and see if it is moving down, because the moves are going to be big because of the fag end of the move, I believe now. Yeah. So we did. Oh, Tesla. Tesla is. Look at this, folks. The Bollinger Band is shrinking. It doesn't know where to go. It is like struggling here. But it has reached a point where it has to go to 168, 164 area also. I don't like this. It is below the EMA cloud, below this. Both Apple and Tesla are the laggard, and Google. 3 of them are lagging. If you say for that matter, Chandra, even if you take Google, right? Google has not moved at all with this move. NVIDIA moved. But why do you think that SPY won't move? If that is it because it covers most of the S&P, you think? How much is this thing? All the semiconductors will fall, right? That's what you're talking about, right?
Right. So semiconductors kind of leading S&P. This is Anil, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, it is. What you're saying is correct, but you never know how much they'll pull and how much they will do, those kind of things.
Right.
Individual stocks, they will pull it down, right? That's what it is. Even SMCI, what I'm seeing is it broke through this level on the daily and it is trying to go down. So the chip stocks, I don't know, folks. But again, if you look at AVGO is looking good in the sense from the 1300 area, this 1295 area, 1295 area is looking good. So each one is different. So I don't know. See, each one is looking different. 1294. So 1295 area, and then we can see a big move to 1430 and those kind of things. So yeah, so these kind of things are there. So let's see. Semiconductors have been driving the market so far. If they fall down, how will the SPY react? We have to check. Yeah, you're right. So far, it has been driven by the market, by the semiconductors. So Tesla we covered. Then what else? Then let's look at the BTC USD. before.
Before
And then
cryptos, can we look at CVNA?
yeah, that's what I'm
Srini?
Microsoft is left also.
Oh yeah, we didn't look at Microsoft. Yeah.
Microsoft and CVNA too, Srini. It's
One
actually
second.
making a
We'll
big
look at
moves
the
actually.
positions later, but let me finish the Max 7 first.
Yeah.
So we are looking at again, Microsoft has been steadily holding this line. It has been hitting this line consistently and going. But Microsoft is due for a big move, oh no, it has broken down this line. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. So, but it is like trying to get here. And then what else? Let me check, folks, what is going on here. So 1, 2, 3. I'm here. So if it breaks through this, then the next support is here at 397. And if it breaks through that, then we are not, which I doubt, but I think it will retrace from here. The next level is this level. 439, 440, 450. Definitely it wants to go to 450, folks. But let's see. How did it form a lower low? 397. It didn't form a lower low. So that's a good sign. 397, then this is 398. This is what it is, folks. So we are heading at the 445, 450. So that's what we are looking at, folks. So let's see. It needs to break through this line, and then we have an uptrend. So always look into this channel and look at how much is the implied volatility move, and then we can position accordingly. Okay. So the next 2 weeks, Microsoft is looking at. Now let's go to BTC. BTC, Bitfinex. I love Bitfinex. Let's see what happens. So let me remove this. It's too much congested. Let's make it very simple. Let me remove all the lines, folks, so that it makes very, very simple. So let's look at this channel lines again from the top of this line. This is the top it formed, right? 68, 68. So let's take this one, folks. How much it can go? It's still bullish. It's not broken down yet. So it has gone to 69, but I wanted to, so basically, let's see what happens. Where is the bottom of the Bollinger Band? Here. So we are going from here to here. Okay, now let's draw the channel. Channel is here. Then this is the channel, right? This is way over the channel, and it touched the 62.5 retracement again. So I feel it needs to come down. You see here, 69,000, 68,558 it crossed. I would not be a long here. I would expect some kind of a pullback. It's way overbought now. Basically, if you see, you want it to come to this line's fork, to the bottom, so that you can ride it to the top. So that's where I would look at it. The first resistance for this is 54. That's what we talked about last week. 54, but it never touched. It went back to the high. But now, if it comes back, the first resistance is 54. Then we are looking at 47. Then we are looking at 43. So 43 might be a good area to attack it. But once you hit this channel, you see this, you are looking at 69, right? So basically, this will become the new, just to tell you where it could go. If it, let's say, come to 62.5, this is again, the next level is 103, folks. So this is what people have been telling. So you want to get into Bitcoin around 43, so that you want to ride it to 103. So I just wanted to bring this up, why people have been banging on their desks for 100 and 100K for a long time. So this is the area you want to get in, folks, at 44, 47, this area, so that you can ride it to 103. Make sense? Any questions on this, folks, BTC? I see a pin drop silence. People, so it is, we are close to the reality of BTC hitting 103, folks, very soon. That's what it is.
Yeah.
What do you think about this halving effect on the BTC, you think?
That's what, that is the halving is a big thing, right? So it's going to get more scarcer and scarcer. That is the reason why Bitcoin is like all the big guys are following it. So they are not going to sell it. They're going to ride it. So people, but 103 is definitely on the target, folks, very soon. So I'm not even thinking very far. The next Fibonacci, next retracement and uptrend is 103. So let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum is, I feel it's overbought right now, but it's at it went to 4,000 already. But I feel it has more utility than the Bitcoin. Bitcoin has become more a store of value. I love Ethereum more than Bitcoin. But again, folks, it's an individual, whatever you think. I don't want to get into that discussion now. But let's see how this looks. This is the...
This is the most, Ethereum is the most made money on the blockchain, you know that, right? So they make the most money than anybody else in the blockchain,
Yes,
really.
yes, yes.
The
Most of the
never
financial
makes any money.
blockchain, everything that runs on Ethereum, right? Yeah. You see this again, it has touched the 162.5. So it is due for retracement. So always your golden ratio will tell you, folks, what is the next move? Where is it heading? Those kind of things you will figure it out. So the next, let's draw this thing. So it went to the high, then it goes here to this low, right? Ethereum, you go here, this is the low, and then simple. Then what is the next one? Where are you? The next one. Wow, this is like not even giving me I didn't even find a single line. Okay, that's fine. Let's draw this line here. No, I didn't find a swing high at all. Okay, so this is the channel, folks. You want to get to this line again, which is 2,390. So it's not a big retracement. They'll pull back very quickly to 2,390. And once it gets there, the next move, if it continues, if the Bitcoin as it moves, so that is coming down to 50%. So we can either see 44,365 or 5,500 for. That's what we are looking at. But let's not shoot too far. For right now, we are looking at this area, folks, 2,390. No, the next move will be very big. No, if we go from here, it is 62.5. So you are getting it here. So the next move could be 6,000, folks, for the Ethereum. Okay, that's what it looks like. All right. So that is all about crypto. Now let's talk about some positions that we have. Let's look at Marvel. Marvel was unbelievable. Marvel was a typical, it was overbought. Basically, it fell down for 5 weeks and it went up in 2 weeks. And then it just fell down from there. So what am I expecting here? So 100%, which is 6804. So it can go to 68, folks, to the 100%, 71. So 71 to 68. So that is the level I'm going for. But again, folks, if you make a double, take a half of it, 150%, take a little more. Sometimes it won't go in the straight line. People want to get in and do those things. So remove your profits as you see. It's always good to take away some profits on the table. So Marvel, that is the thing. The implied volatility move was $7, like from 80, 71, I remember. So 71, so we should get there. So we should get to 73, 72, just get out there and then wait for what happens. So this will take a long time to move because it fell for 5 weeks and then we should see what is going to happen here. And it might even go down further because it reached a typical Gann angle resistance. That's one thing. Then the Carvana reached the top of the band. Top of the band. Now it needs to get down. So the next level is like we are looking at. I don't know. We are looking at where did it go from? Which level did it go? It went from 62.5. Is that what? Yeah, it went from 62.5. It reached here. So the next level, will it continue here or will it go down is the question. I feel it can at least go to this conversion level before. So the two things, folks, when you see this channel like this, there will be two moves possible. One is it can come back to this conversion line and then it can go back, or it could go back all the way down. So you want to watch out for this. So the first level we are looking at here is 66. then we can see a bigger move. But definitely Carvana is going above 100, folks. We are looking at 111, which is happening in another 4 candles. That is 4 weeks, 111 or more. At least 4 weeks plus, we should be looking at. So it can go up to 120, folks. That's what it is looking like. So that might coincide with the next earnings, which is April 29th. So if you are playing long term, see when it gets to 66, they'll pull it down before the earnings and then they'll rise it up. So 66 could be a good entry for that. That's what I'm feeling. And here also on the daily chart, it's 80, that one. Let's see how it goes. Will it come here or not? That's the question. So Carvana, that explains. So look for this level or this level, whatever, 52, 66, and then the move should be bigger to 115, 120 area. Okay, so any other positions that you want to discuss? Anything that else we have that you want to discuss? Oh, this one, folks. Yesterday we entered Rivian. Rivian is looking pretty solid. But what happened is I drew too many lines here. But there is no channel here. It is just coming out from this thing. It went to 1364. It hit this line and it is hitting here. But if you see here, the beauty of it, if you one time when you see like this, right, you also look at your daily charts. The daily charts, it's looking good. It wants to go further. How much it can go? That is the question. So you see here, it didn't even touch the 87.5 of the previous level. So I was telling you the 16. So if it crosses this one, we might be looking at 16 to 18 area. So that's what we are looking at. And Rivian, right, if you look at it in the long term, it looks pretty solid. I took a little bit longer view here to get the channel going. How does it look? So if you look here and I draw from this is, I'm talking for people who have long-term stocks, you want to keep it, those kind of things. It can go to up to $38, folks. So definitely it has a lot of legs to go, but it has to break this line, folks. This line is the key, $17, $18. If it breaks and these two wedge, the top 123, then it can go to 38. So that is the line that I will be looking for. So, but again, the first level is it hit this line, but it is above this line yet. Will it break through this line is the question. If not, then we want to get out of this. So those are the things I want to talk about. Then Avgo. Avgo, we already mentioned, it wants to get to the bottom 1290, then it will go to the next level 1450. So those kind of things, it will make this move within this channel until it hits this 87.125. That is 1550, folks. 1594, we might even get there, 1550, this area. So we are talking about another 8 candles for it. But we want to, first level is we wanted to get to this level. So let's see what it does next week and the week after. That's all I'm looking for. Then what else? KLAC. KLAC is another nice stock. Basically, it has like stayed above the channel and it has been remaining bullish. So will it go above? It has to. Every time when we see this move, I want to see at least a 37.5% move. That is like 125. So I'm looking at 760, then 812, so 797 some area, folks. So it definitely has a move to 797 area. That's what I'm looking for. So maybe it will give us a move this week. That's what we have to check. But we have March 28th calls. So that is, we have a little bit more time. So let's see how it goes. I'm a little bit concerned about this guy, LRCX. LRCX, it broke through this one, but it doesn't give us a confirmation. We usually wait for one more line. So if it breaks, I wanted to go to this 125,051, then this is somewhere around 1070. So I'm thinking it could go up to 1089. So that's what we are looking for. So hopefully all the semis rise up, then we'll see this move. So again, as you said, all semis might go up, then, but Marvel, even in semis, right? Marvel has been going down last week, but these things, Marvel has been pulling the whole market down, we can say. But it all depends, folks. What is happening? Will they change directions each way or this way? We have to check. Okay. But again, all we are looking for is this distances. But if you see here, it has gone below. So now it has to cross 963 here on the 10-minute chart. If it goes above 963, then we have a good move coming up. So the key is to close. The 10-minute chart will tell you the chart. If you're not in this position, don't enter it right now. I'm already in this position, but I'm waiting to see if it will give. Otherwise, I'm willing to take the loss. But the 963, this area is the key, folks, to enter if you're in a new position. I think that pretty much. Oh, the other one was the other day I entered cat. Why did I enter the cat? What do you see here, folks? Anybody can tell me? What do you see in this cat? Why did I enter this? Do you see bullish or bearish? Hello?
I see solid bullish in this, Srini. I don't see any.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see.
Path,
Yeah, I see
there's
bullish.
nothing.
Yeah, so you see here the next it is going up. So it went to 87.5. We want slowly to get it to 125 level, which is 364, 373 area. So how fast it will go there? Sometimes with low 379. So 1 to 3. So another 3 weeks I'm giving it. I gave it 3 more weeks for it. I gave also a lot of time for this. So basically 374 could be a possibility for CAT. So that's what I'm looking. So let's see how happens. So but the earnings are way far off, which is April 22nd. But we are looking at March 28th calls. So that's what. So with that, pretty much we covered the positions that we have. AMD, of course, I covered where I felt it was going down. Any questions? Any positions that you want to look at? We are at the top of the hour, but if you want to, we can do it for 10 minutes, whatever you want. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about is coin. Coin has been very, 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 very bullish. But look at this, folks. It has reached this top, which is 264. It came into the channel. It hit the top of the channel. And now look at the bottom of the channel. It's very, very far. So the first target for this is 188. This is coinciding with the Bitcoin, right? The Bitcoin is going down, and we are also seeing this. Bitcoin and coin, everything has to go down a little bit. So 189, if it crosses that, then this is, but it might bounce from here. But one thing what I've seen is it can go up to 275, folks. So the 275 is the area where it is looking, or it can go even further to 290 area. So that's what it looks like. So we need to see a pullback along with the Bitcoin for coin. Coin has been very, very aggressive to reach this area so far, 271. So, and it has been going up. Okay, that's what it is.
Hey, Srini, Oscar here. Quick observation. What is your take on, why Bitcoin and coin are moving up, whereas the miners are all going down?
Oh, miners are going down like Mara, Riot, and all? Is that what you're
Yes.
asking?
Yes.
I don't know the fundamental reasons, but the charts are looking bad. If you see the Mara, you see this, what happened is it touched this before the earnings, it touched this 33.5, which we talked about. And then it was not able to break this line. It went down. And time-wise, coin really went up. Actually, coin is a misception. It is overbought. If you see this, coin, some of the things like M-string, MSTR, MSTR, these are all overbought. In fact, it went over this one also because this guy is owning the whole of the Bitcoin, right? So basically, these are all overbought. People are like,
Can you share Riot as well?
huh?
Riot, RIOT.
Yeah, I'll share you. 1 second. Before that, let me talk a little bit about this. So that since you brought this up, it's a good question, great question. I wanted to tell you. Sometimes, right, market is overbought, and basically, see this. Even NVIDIA, for that matter, it was like going up and up and up, right? In fact, last week, there was no way it was making coincidence in the daily charts and the weekly charts. The only chart I was looking for NVIDIA was 10-minute charts. And then I was trading accordingly. So that it was that bad. Basically, it was not making sense on the daily chart. Similarly, coin also. You see this, you tell me, now I'm going to draw the trend line. So it is like this one, right? This one, you see this, don't you think it's kind of overbroad? Basically, the channel is way out of the channel and it just went out of this. So now when it falls, it needs to fall to 917 and then it is like this. Now the news wise, I don't know why it went up. I haven't followed. Does anybody know why it is going up MSTR? Oh, no, I know. This guy was providing notes to invest in them because he has the highest Bitcoin thing, right? He has 700 Bitcoins, right? So basically, he's providing notes and the people like that news and then they sent it up. But ultimately, it has to fall, guys. Everything that goes up has to fall, right? Some point of time. As a trader, you don't want to buy at this level. That's what I would suggest. So I would suggest you could bring this up in this. Whereas if you look at Mara, I feel it has a good leg up now. Let's say it fell to 37.5, 1368, right? So no, it fell 50%. And you see here, another two candles, it can go to 47. But it has to cross these two. You know what I'm saying? This is the channel line. And it can go to 50% if it wants to go there, or even here 51. So Mara will ultimately get to 51. It's just the money rotation, folks. They are rotating the money crazily and where they are doing. And I don't have exact explanation why it went up, but definitely Mara needs to cross these two levels to go up. Similarly, Riot and Mara are behaving same, but you see this Riot? Let me draw. It's too many lines, but it's confusing. Maybe let's draw fresh. Sorry, folks, I draw a lot of lines on this thing, but that's how I make decisions. But we can draw it again just for the sake of this, right? So you see this, I drew this line here. This is the bottom from here. And this is the line that I'm drawing here. Where? This one, right? So it is coming to the bottom of this, right? That's what you are looking at. So you want it to come to the bottom. This is where you want to see if it bounces from here, you want to ride it to this one, right? So Riot is a great play if you can get it. And if you see the other ones also, if you want to be much more safer, what is the so what I'm trying to do here is, let's say, let's draw this. What am I doing? No, this is wrong. Let's not draw this. This doesn't look right. Sorry, my bad. So let's do this. This is the trend. This is the channel, right? So now, I'm drawing another line from here to here. So if it breaks through this wedge, folks, which is at 15, we have a good move here to $50, right? So how let's see. So I am drawing from here to here. So where is it going? So you see this, this is like a long move. So we might see a big move here, but from the Fibonacci perspective, I am seeing only a $30 move or something. But when it goes above this 162.5, we should see this channel picking up. So let's not think too far. First level is for $15. If it touches this line and bounces and it crosses 15, we should get an entry into it. That's what I would suggest. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Srini. I mean, good explanation from a technical aspect. I'm not able to correlate the fundamental concept that the miners are the ones holding the Bitcoin. When Bitcoin is going up, how it's inversely dipping. I've never seen this.
But I think I'll tell you why. What is happening is, right, from the fundamental perspective, I'll tell you why. Maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. The whole idea, Fed played a smart role, right? Fed, what they did is they didn't want the Bitcoin in everyone's hands, right? So what they did is they said, hey, you cannot, nobody can individually own it, but they gave these ETFs. So what is happening now? ETFs they can track what are the ETFs doing. Like if they make a move, they can track it, those kind of things, right? But because ETFs cannot make small moves, money laundering, those kind of things, because they are reputed companies, those kind of things. But if so the individual, as an individual, still the Bitcoins they cannot own it. Now the miners, as the halving is coming up, the amount of money they are making from Bitcoin is going to be reduced. You know that, right?
Yes, yes.
Every 1/4, so their income is going to be
12.5.
reduced. Hmm?
12.5.
Yeah.
They,
So
yeah.
their income is going to be reduced. They are not going to own a lot more Bitcoins from now on, because so they in a way they are they lost their edge. They have been losing their edge every 4 years, basically. Right? Before they used to earn 1 Bitcoin or how many ever. Now they are not earning even that much, right? Something like that, right? I don't remember the exact numbers, but that is the reason why I think miners are not
So
moving that
it's
much, I believe. But on the other side, a lot of money is flowing into the Bitcoin, and because of these ETFs like GBDC, all these
yeah.
BlackRock ETF. So Bitcoin price is going up, but miners are not going to make money with this halving, right? Always it's future expectation. The coming April, we are in the 1 month, we have the halving. April
Correct.
13th, precisely, I believe. So that day, their income is going to be reduced more, right?
Right. Do you think, this is like buy the rumor, sell the news kind of a activity in that same trend? Or does this also have an FTX bearing where they're trying to bail out the investors from FTX?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question, Oscar. Can you repeat it?
FTX, you know FTX, right?
STX?
F Sam, the guy who was doing money laundering with
Oh, yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
so
Sam Friedman, that guy. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's right now on the trial, and there is a lot of I don't know, it's a rumor, or it could be a false spreading rumor as well. There are two things that I could see here is, the minings will, as you said, after April 13th, they will have less value for the Bitcoin that they're mining, but after that
Not
they
less
might
value. Not less value. They'll
less
be earning
less
less. Yeah, that's
less revenue that they will get. That's the right word. So my forecast is this might shoot up with the graph that you just showed us on Riot. That could be where this trend will change. Coming up to April 13th after the halving happens.
Again, I don't know. That's why we follow the technicals. If you look at this Mara, right, you have a point. If it doesn't break through this, basically these lines, then see, it is not it is trying to. If you see here, right, last 4 weeks, it is trying to hit this line. Every week it hit this line. It is not able to cross this. Again, when I draw these lines, you have to understand, right? This is all a tussle between buyers and sellers. That buyers,
Totally understand.
yeah, so they are not able to, they are not, see, always the stock market rewards the future. If you look at any earnings report, they will say if their estimates for the futures are not good, they are going to tank that stock. Marvel, they gave excellent earnings, but their future estimates were bad. So they were like tanked down, right? That's what it is. Costco also something like that. Now, when they don't see the future very optimistic for these guys. But Bitcoin looks positive because the ETF, the amount of money coming from the non-traditional crypto investors is so heavy. And I was mentioning this, Oscar, you were not there in the last meeting. In 2003, 2004, when the gold ETFs came up, like the gold price went up so crazy because when the ETFs, because very few people invest in real gold, right? A lot of
Yep.
people go own ETFs. So that is when the price of gold went up. Like, if you remember, it was like around $300. It went to like $2,000, $3,000, and then it settled down at 2,000. We never saw it going down before that, right? Around that area. So same thing they are expecting for Bitcoin. That is why this whole momentum is happening because of this. And if you ask me now, Ethereum why is going much higher than Bitcoin because of the anticipation of the spot ETF coming up, ETHE. They will now Ethereum, they will pump it up. Basically, Bitcoin might settle down at 100K because the news is already done, but Ethereum, they might go for that. Did I answer your question or no? Or
Yeah,
some?
yeah. I do a lot of research on my own as well, Srini. I do both the technical as well as the fundamentals. Technical, not so much like you, but I'm an active. Just to introduce myself, I've been in the market for quite some time, and Ramakant is my very good friend. Thanks to introducing me. I'd like to share ideas with like-minded people and discuss investment strategies.
Sure.
So,
So yeah, one thing is this group is mostly, I mean, definitely we will love fundamental people. Like, in the sense that it is more inclined, at least I am more inclined in technical analysis because I feel I just wanted to bring you the charts tell me the real story, right? Before even it happens. Then usually I feel the analysts, then they come up with the news, this is why it went down or something like that. But the charts are indicating to you all the time because these are real-time buyers who know the news already. They
yeah.
are putting it into these things and those kind of things. That's what I
Srini,
feel. But
yeah.
again, again, there's a huge controversy on that topic, but I don't want to get there. But
No.
anyway, but definitely love to know the fundamentals, the EPS, I mean, everything about the earnings. Yeah, definitely feel free to share. This is the
Yeah.
open group. Free to.
Srini, anytime you do a basic class on how to draw lines on charts, or anytime that session is there, please do let me know. I'd like to,
We already did last week, Oscar,
you
and
have a
it
recording of
is in
that?
the Techie Investor channel. Basically, and Ramakant understands my videos more than I do, I believe. He knows
Okay.
exactly where to find information.
Yeah, I forwarded
Basically,
actually.
he
I
can
forwarded
guide you.
that playlist already to Oscar. Yeah.
That loan there? Okay, I'll take a look at
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So please take a look at it, and we'll go from there. Yeah. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
Sure. Thank you. Very useful.
Yeah, sure. No worries, no worries. Yeah. So we are on the top of the hour, and one more thing, folks. Just want to bring this up. Lily is poised to go up, folks. Lily, some news is happening. I don't know what is going on. Definitely, Lily is in the channel. Definitely, we are looking at this. It came to the bottom at like 754. That's where it is closing here, 753. So we are here. So we should see a good move. If it stays above this line, we should see a good move to 850. Again, folks, one thing what is happening I'm seeing in all the stocks is 1000 seems to be a new stock price. Everybody wants to go to 1000, looks like for me.
This will, yeah, this will be the first $1 trillion pharma company.
Yes.
It will beat even Johnson and Johnson and the other pharma. What is it?
There are a lot of competitors here. One
Yeah.
is Novo, NVO, and the other one is this VKTX. I don't know if you have heard about it. These are also in the obesity space. So,
Yeah, I entered a long-term call just thinking that somebody may buy it, but it went down like 20 bucks.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because looking at the chart, it looked overbought. So definitely we need to wait for it. But these things,
Reason it
VKTX
went
is
down
a.
is like they issued a new stock at 85.
Yeah.
I think
Whenever you
warrants are
see
stuck.
candle like this, Chandra,
Yeah.
anybody, whenever you see a candle like this, become very, very cautious. On a single week, it is moving like this. Like you want to be very, very cautious. It will give away at least 50% of that move.
Yeah, this is
What
still
is
speculative.
Mhm.
Like they are in this weight loss drug area. I think they did their second phase trial. Still, they have a long way to go. But the idea is like the speculation is a cash-rich pharma company buy this at some point in time. That's what the speculation is. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been hearing a good reviews. A lot of people in Twitter, it's a lot of buzz on this one. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Hey, any insight into the options on NVIDIA? I mean, I know it's a everybody wants to
We
make
are
money
on we are on this week calls 800 puts, but basically
800 puts. Oh, interesting.
yeah, it was puts. Basically, it fell. You missed the first part of the meeting.
Yeah, I joined a little late.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No worries. So basically, it broke down through this 10-minute chart, but basically, it's not like in a long-term downtrend or anything. Definitely, it is going to 1,000, basically. But we need the guys are trying to pull it back to get a decent price. The
It-
buyers are trying to
that's always
squeeze
there.
in something because it went up like what? Look at this. It touched the last time it touched the EMA cloud of on what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
974.
9 weeks ago. It has been going up for 9 weeks. So people are like, okay, I want to get a pie or something. They want to pull it down. That's why I was telling. Ideally I would love to go to 730 so that from there you can pull it to 1,000 or something.
730. Yeah. Okay.
But I may be wrong because on the
Yeah.
conversion, first target for me is 820 tomorrow. But that is where on the 10-minute chart. If it goes below that, but this move will be very violent in the sense it will go very fast down there and then it will not give you much chance. So I feel because for me also I'm feeling the market is turning around. Not much of a big move. Another 2 to 3 weeks of uptrend. We need
I agree with you.
like I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel I'm positioning for that. Basically, only 2 more weeks of uptrend because the market moves. Have you seen this? The fag end of the market, we are seeing big moves, right? So whenever you see these kind of moves, become very cautious. Basically, everything moving so fast, everything like those kind of things. But let's see.
I looked at the past data recovery. The way the past data recovery happened.
Sorry, your voice is so low.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the past data recovery, the recovery data, how the markets recovered everything. It looks like it will go back to 500 this weekend, Friday. It has to. The
500?
SPY, where is it right now? Let me see.
SPY, I have target.
Yeah, it has to go to 500 right on Friday. It will close 500. It has to. So, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I don't think so. But you mean before this market it went to 504? The thing is, basically this is a doji. I think it didn't hit any of the lines, so it has to hit this line. So I am seeing a big move. Big move here. For me, the move is bigger.
Love to see that.
So that's what I'm saying. But again, I may be wrong. Again, this is all technical. Maybe we are missing something. But let's see what happens this week. But we are definitely reaching a very peak. That's what I could say. All right, folks. Anything
So
else?
where are we looking at with this chart? Where are we looking at this week and next week for SPY? S&P.
Come again. I'm sorry. Can you be
Where are we looking at SPY for this week and next week with these charts? We are looking at 527. Is that what you're looking at?
527, 538. Max is 540. The area 538 is the max I can look for. This is the spot. This is 2 candles from now. Basically, I'm looking at. So 540. Then that is almost 5,400 folks for SPX. Just think about the move that we had from where from here. Let's say weekly. The lowest low was recently 3480 to 5,400 folks. All-time high. I mean, you have to say market has been so gracious, right? That's what it is. So if you take the long-term view, folks, let's see, the easiest way to look at it is, let's say this long-term view, you see this, it is 530. 530.71 is the max, right? This is what I'm looking at, 530 and a little bit more, 538. So that's what we are looking at. So that's what it is. Maybe that's what we should look for. So let's see. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's see what happens. Just don't. Okay, remember this in the back of your minds, but just do trade what you see. Don't trade what you think. See, look at the price action and the volume and everything, and see where it is heading to. That's what it is. So the doji means that this kind of a doji means that it is undecided, the market today and the last week. So, but the very fact that it didn't touch any of these lines makes me feel that it is going to go and touch at least this line and then move down. That's what it is. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, folks. With that, we call a wrap.
Thank
Catch you
you, Srini.
tomorrow. Have a relaxed evening. Yeah. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you, Srini.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Srini.
Srini.
Goodbye.